Hello everyone, this is Eva and you're watching Israeli startup channel ISUP. So today, Idomoo is up. So we're with the marketing director, Daniel Sevitt. Sevitt?
That's right.
And we're going to have a nice interview. And hello Daniel.
Hi there.
So Idomoo, it's interesting that they offer personalized videos and they have this interesting tagline, Idomoo is moving people. So could you please explain more about it?
Certainly. We believe very strongly in personalized video, and I'll talk about these two parts of it as maybe two separate things. First of all, video. We know that video works. We didn't invent video. We know that people engage with video much more than they engage with other media, and we know that it's throughout the world. Everyone is starting to communicate with video and looking for video as the best way of receiving information, learning new things. Personalization also. We didn't create personalization. We know that people respond when you look someone in the eye and you talk to them and you address them by name, that they're much more open and responsive to whatever it is you're trying to tell them. And we find that, again, we see this throughout commerce, online, offline. Everyone understands that personal touch is important. So what we're bringing to the table is the combination of personalization and video. I talk about the power of personalization and the vitality of video. And this combination is moving people. Not just moving people from one place to another, but moving people emotionally. And I think that's one of the keys, the way businesses are going to win back the hearts of customers, is by finding that way to engage with them, and personalized video is that way, and helping them to get excited, to feel good about themselves, to feel good about the company that's talking to them, and moving them inside. I think that's a key part of how we rebuild that trust and deliver a great experience to the user. And then also, what we can deliver to our clients is moving people practically. So if you give them clear information, you give them a transparency, you build that sense of integrity, and you look someone in the eye and say, this is for you, this is how we're going to help you, then you move people emotionally, but practically, to help them achieve the offers that you want for them. Maybe it's an upgrade, maybe you just want them to stay a loyal customer longer. Whatever that business interaction, whatever that relationship you're trying to build between the company and the customer, you move people emotionally and you'll move them practically as well.
Wow, so could you give us an example from maybe one of your customers?
Certainly. So we work with a lot of telecommunications companies, we work with insurance companies, banks, a whole range of different verticals. I'll give you a great example from the world of telecommunications, where there is a traditional obstacle for telecommunication companies, and they call it bill shock. So you've signed up for a new company, you've moved your phone line over to a new service provider, and they've said, we promise you, the way they've won your business is they've given you an offer, we're going to charge you $50 a month for the next 12 months. You think, great. And then you get your first bill, and it says $74. And that initial reaction, you've got this whole piece of paper, they promised me $50, it's now, and you're furious, you're angry, there's pages to wade through, and none of it makes sense, and your first instant reaction is shock and anger and frustration. They're trying to get me again. So the company, there's usually a reason, there's usually a good reason. If there's not a good reason, then you're with the wrong company. But usually there's a reason, and the problem is not the difference in the bill amount, the problem is in the communication. Because it may be that your billing period is from the 1st to the 30th, but this first bill includes a period of proration, because you started in the middle of the last month. That's why your bill is more. Or a one-time activation fee, or something separate, insurance, something else you signed up for. And if you message that, if you look someone in the eye and say, this is your first bill, from now on it will only be $50. The reason it's $74 this month is because A, B, C. Video makes that message easy to understand. You reduce that level of frustration, remove that bill shock. And we know that customers sometimes leave within the first 90 days. And this is addressing that directly. Saying to customers, we know what bothers you, we know how to present information clearly to you, you can trust us, we're here working for you. So we've had great response with our first bill videos, and there's a whole range of other areas where every customer communication, every touch point a company has with a customer, we believe can be improved with personalized video.
So I see it's more like B2B. And could you please tell us about your, maybe more about your customers and also global expansion?
So certainly. So from very early on, we saw very quickly that this message was not limited by geography. And we've been lucky that we took on customers in Europe, in North America, in South America very early on. So for example, in Europe we have Portugal Telecom, have been a very happy customer, and they love this sense of trust that it's building with their customers again. And they get a great response from their customers, and they measure that response. You know, it's very important to them that their customers like them and feel good about them, and they actually measure what are our customers saying about us. And they've seen that the customers that got the personalized video are saying better things and happier things about their service provider. In South America, we've had a great response. We have TIM Brazil, is a big mobile phone company in Brazil, and we've seen all sorts of positive responses from a range of different customers in South America. For example, we've had situations where people who got their video, their bill as a personalized video, were more likely to pay the bill on time. Now, I don't think that's even something we would have planned for, but the idea that when they got the video bill, they responded to it, it meant more to them, and a higher percentage of people paid their bill on time. This is a great response. This means money in the pocket for the service provider. And we've seen again a range of positive responses to the video. So they feel good, and then they move practically as well. They act in a way whether they sign up for an offer or they switch to e-billing, which saves the company money instead of sending out a letter bill. There's a whole range of different criteria that will improve the relationship for the customer, and personalized video can message whatever it is the company wants to say.
Wow. So could you tell us the business model?
So we have a range. You know, we're as a startup, we like to talk to our customers, our clients, and say, what is it that you need? How are you addressing? You know, what are the problems that you want to address in communication? So we're moving away from using a video to solve a problem. You know, it's not just about, you've got a problem, here's a video, that will solve it, go away. Now, that's where we started probably, and I think what we're seeing now more, it ranges across the whole areas where companies talk to their customers. So it's not just about resolving one problem with one video. It's about upgrading the way companies communicate with their customers and looking at every touch point and saying, you know, email's great, SMSs are great, letters are great. Is there a better way for us to talk and communicate? And when you look at that holistically across the whole customer communications, then you say, personalized video is a key tool for us in communicating with customers. So when we build a business model with our clients, we look at them like this and we say, here's a tool that we can give you for every customer communication. Now, how does this fit in with the way you do it currently? How does this maybe replace one particular touch point, work in parallel with another? But here's a tool that's not just campaign-based. It's holistic about your communication strategy.
It's not really like, let's say, like massive solution for everybody to use, but you make it really like especially for them.
So absolutely, that's part of it, and what we provide, you know, we start like a lot of Israeli startup companies. We start with the technology. What we've seen though, when we've gone out and worked with clients, is that yes, we're providing the platform, a personalized video platform, which is proprietary. It's technology that we've developed and is outstanding, and I'll put it up against anyone else's video rendering technology in the world. But that's just part of what you're getting with Idomoo. What you're getting now, 2 or 3 years into our being out in the marketplace, is that platform together with our experience, our understanding of how this is going to work for you. You know, we're not just giving you a platform and say, you want a solution? Here's the platform, we're off to the next sale. No. We want to say, let's understand how do you communicate. We want to understand from you, and we give you an open platform, an open template creation tool that says, I can't tell companies in Korea how to talk to their customers. I want to learn that from you. What I can tell you is what we've seen in the past, that when you send out an email with a link to a video, let's put personalize the subject line of the email. Let's find when we send an SMS, let's make sure that it makes it easier for people. We have a wealth of expertise, a wealth of best practices, which we've developed and we're continuing to develop with real life customers. And so that combination of the top of the range, top tier platform, which I think our tech team stands up with any tech team anywhere in the world. But that combined with our experience, I think creates a really interesting idea.
Wow, okay. So could you tell us that funding stage for now?
So we completed a round of funding just last year, where we were privately funded up until that point, and we took in money from venture capital, a company called Marker LLC, a VC in New York, and we raised, I think, high 7 figures.
So what is the vision of the company?
So, we don't think this is a fleeting trend. We think that when people see personalized video, as a consumer, when you suddenly get a bill or a statement or a pension statement or a mortgage as a personalized video, you think, oh wow, this makes things clear to me. This is how I want to receive information because I can understand what's going on. Maybe I have to refer back to the paper afterwards, but I've got the highlights, I've got the messages, or maybe this is all I need. So we see a time where a large amount of corporate communications to customers will take place through personalized video. And I think we want to be the leaders of that. So, if you ask me my grand vision, it would be that every Fortune 500 and every major service provider or any business, anyone that has some touch point with their customers, that they should be sending personalized video, and they should be sending personalized video generated by Idomoo.
Wow, that's great. So maybe because on December you made a MOU with Korean startup Nelby, and what are you really looking into with the cooperation with them?
So I think for all startups in the world, there's always a cultural and language barrier sometimes break into new markets. So we've seen and we know that the Korean market is a very smart, a very early to adopt, a very keen to be innovative market. So that's the first thing we want to address. We've got a great innovative technology, we've got a wealth of experience. How do we make this available to the Korean market? So finding a company that will help us reach those people, help us cross over those obstacles and translate, I don't just mean from language, but also culturally, into what is, I think, a really exciting, a really eager market was important for us.
So what would be the last thing you want to say to our Korean audience?
I would say that the best thing for us is if all of you go to your service providers right now and say, I would like to get my bill as a personalized video. Or you go to the people who send you pension statements or mortgage statements or your salary statements and say, I didn't understand that, can I get a personalized video? And then they'll come to us and they'll come to our partners and say, this is what the people want, give them what they want.
Wow. I think this saves you time to really go to that bank or that company to really talk to someone from there, taking out number, and it's wow. So this makes a really better communication, better relationship with customers.
Absolutely.
So I see it's really personalized video for you, and thank you so much for the interview.
My pleasure, thank you.
Thank you. And hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.